T4R wireless thermostats come pre-bound, which means you don't have to bind the thermostat to the receiver as part of the installation process. However, if there was ever a situation where you needed to rebind the two, then I'm going to run through the process on how to do that right now. Firstly, you're going to have to clear the binding data from the receiver box. And to do that, you're going to need a pin of some sort, and you're going to need to press the pin into the pinhole and hold it until both of these lights show amber, which they've done right now. So the second part of this process then is to put the receiver into binding mode, and to do that you press and hold this button underneath the flame symbol and hold it until you start getting a flashing light, amber light, on the left hand side. This receiver is now in binding mode. To put the thermostat into binding mode, to bind them together now, you press and hold the minus button and the button underneath the menu symbol on the right hand side underneath the display, and hold them until you get 14A come up on the screen. To bind this thermostat now to the receiver, which is still in binding mode as you can see based on the flashing amber light on the receiver, simply press the plus button once and then press the tick. You can now see that that flashing amber light has now turned to a stable green light, which means that these now are both bound together. To test to see if the communication is working properly, press the home button. It saves the binding settings that you've just done. And actually, because the temperature that we want it to be is above what the actual temperature at the moment, you can see that there is a demand because we've got a green light on the flame button. So let's test it to see if it switches off. So turn the temperature below 21 degrees C in this example, and you should see this go off. Okay, and then of course if you want to make sure it turns back on, press the plus button to get above 21 degrees, and you should see the green light come back on again. And of course you get a flame symbol on the display of the thermostat to tell you, or to tell the customer on the thermostat, that the heating is on or off as well.